Alright, we're here with the Brown Hands Tech Motorola Xoom quick review. Just picked up the Wi-Fi only Motorola Xoom from Best Buy this Sunday. So far, fairly impressed with it. Really looking for a tablet because I find that I use my Evo more and more for my just day-to-day computing, and you're kind of limited by the screen size. So looking for something to replace my laptop day-to-day, and not the biggest Apple fan. So I got this nice little portfolio case for it too from Best Buy. So just a nice protective case. The back open so you can still see the camera, the flash, the power on and off button, and then the two stereo speakers, which are really, in my opinion, really impressive. Watching video on it the other day, I could hear it all the way from the other room. So really impressed by that. On the top here, you see the plug for a headphone jack, and then also a slot where you can pull out for the USB SD card. Sorry, not USB, but SD card. And then here on the bottom we have a micro USB, which you cannot charge with, which was a little bit of a disappointment for me. The mini HDMI, which is really nice. I bought that one for my Evo, so now I can use that on here also. And then just a connection spot for docks and things like that. And then just the power cord for its proprietary power cord, and then a mic for some of the voice actions that you can do with the Xoom. On the side here you have a volume rocker up and down. And again, the power button was on the back, those being the only actual hard buttons on the on the Xoom. Another reason I like this case, gives you a nice way to kind of prop the phone up, so you can prop the tablet. You can prop the tablet up in different angles for viewing. So it makes it really nice to just prop it up there and be able to take a look at it when you're watching a movie or anything you might be doing. Let's go ahead and unlock it. So you see the unlock screen there. Nothing too spectacular. Very familiar if you're used to Android in general. This Android 3.0 Honeycomb, which is Android's newest version that's kind of customized for tablets. Not terribly different. You can scroll through your different home screens just by swiping. And you can load various apps and widgets to your screen just like you would on any other Android device, either by holding in a blank spot. Either by holding in a blank spot, like so, and brings up the menu there. Or in the top right hand corner, there's a plus you can press that will bring up that same menu. One of the nice things about this new menu is now you see here at the top you have all of your desktops that you can, all your different screens that you can look at on your desktop. You can scroll through the different available widgets, both those that you've installed and those that come pre-installed, and easily just drag and drop a widget on the given screen that you want. One of the nice things is that screen stays open, so if I wanted to add any other widgets, I could do that. Or if I wanted to go over here to app shortcuts and go through my various apps, I could do that. Wallpapers, etc. So you can easily just customize the things you want to customize right from here, and just drag and drop those items onto, wow, did not know I could do that. So drag and drop them not only onto the screen itself, but you can zoom in here, apparently, if you hold it over it, to the actual screens and put it specifically where you want it on a given page. So that's actually pretty nice. One of the things I didn't like is that it just kind of threw them on there, and now I see as I'm making the video for you that you can see it. So that's pretty cool. Again, I've only had this for a few days, so tried to test it out and get an idea for it before I made the video, but some of the stuff's still new to me. So the nice thing here is that you have your widgets. You can interact with them just like you would on any other Android device. Fully functional. Some of the nice things they've added here, some of the Android 3.0 or Honeycomb specific apps. Gmail is really nice and really improved, really streamlined, where you can not only look at your inbox, but if you select a specific email, it pops up the actual message on the side here with the scrollable list of messages on the other side. So really taking advantage of this nice 10-inch screen, 10.1-inch screen. And again, the Evo is running the specs that you can easily see online. A dual core Snapdragon, dual core Tegra 2 processor. So really going to give you a smooth experience, run the games really nicely. The battery life on here has been phenomenal. These first 2 days I've gotten about 16 hours of battery life and still been at about 30-40% after that. And just plugged it in because it was nighttime, and I was going to sleep and wanted a full charge for the next day. But easily, could have went into the next day with it. The browser on here is really nice, having this 10-inch screen and then having a browser, that's the market, having a browser that is much more similar to the Google Chrome browser. So that's been a really nice experience, having this nice big screen and having this nice browser with tabs. You can easily add multiple tabs up top. It has incognito mode. So if you're familiar with Google Chrome, very much a blend of that in the typical Android browser. If you see here, the navigation keys haven't changed terribly, but they are now soft keys. So down at the bottom here, you have your back key, your home key, and a key that if you press it, it will launch a little screenshot of your recently used applications, which is pretty nice. And then in the top corner, they have the button again to add different things and to open up your apps. One nice thing in the apps is you can actually sort between all apps and my apps, so the apps that you've installed yourself. That's pretty cool. And as usual, you can hold an app to load it to any of your pages. Those pop up there at the bottom, and you can add it to, you know, any of those pages. So that's pretty cool. There were some complaints about the fact that, you know, the navigation keys are a little disjointed. You have your back, home, and recent apps down here, and then up in the top you have apps and the you know, modification button there, and then also in many of the other apps you'll see menu will pop up here. So having to switch just between the top and bottom corners, maybe not the smartest design concept, or maybe hopefully we'll see that tweaked and changed up a little bit in future updates, but definitely not a deal breaker. Not that big of a deal once you get used to it. Down in the bottom you'll see this notification bar similar to the other Android systems. Now it's down at the bottom. The nice thing is I can hit this and it brings up a quick little list of the different things I've got going on, different notifications, and you'll notice you can also launch into settings from here, and you get a little more detail of your different settings. And if I go ahead and hit the full settings button, it brings me to a settings menu that's not terribly different than the typical Android one, but again, taking advantage of both of the screens, it lets you look at the options for each given setting right here from the same screen without having to change the screen. So that's pretty cool. Take it back out of here. The other nice things, they have a few Google specific or Android Honeycomb specific apps. Like, let's see if I can find this here for you really quickly. The Bodies app is kind of fun to play with if you had young kids or maybe just interested in the human anatomy. You can go through that and look at the you know, different human anatomy features. You can look at the muscle groups and select anything, and it'll give you more detail. Yep, and there's a perfect example of what I was going to lead into next, is the force closes. So I'm actually contemplating taking this back. I know I want an Android tablet. It may even be the Xoom, but looking at the many tablets that are coming out from LG, from HTC, Acer, Asus over the next couple of months here, Samsung, over the next couple of months, you know, I'm thinking I may end up taking this back and just waiting on those other options and seeing what those look like, seeing what the prices come down any, because, you know, for this to be a new product, I understand there will be some glitches, but the force closes are a little unacceptable for a product at this price point. But again, all in all, I really do love the idea and the concept of it, and there's some great features. They just need to be hammered out. So again, not trying to discourage anyone from getting it, but just so far, you know, the first day I was thrilled. Day 2, a little more disappointed with some of the crashes, and we're on day 3 here. And you know, I'm going to give it a few more days and see how I feel. But right now, you know, with all the competition that's on the way, a little skeptical. The YouTube app is really nice. So you get this nice YouTube app where you can launch the different videos. You get the recent videos on the side. So something a little more close to your home experience or your laptop experience. Let's see if I can. There we go. That's my page. Let's see, home. So if you go home, you get this nice little view of all the different things you want to search through different videos. Nice graphic interface here where you can look at them like in a curved kind of look. So some nice things there. The nice thing about the soft buttons is that when you take the device and if you rotate it, those keys will move, so you don't have to worry about any hard navigation keys being, you know, stuck in one type of orientation. That's pretty nice. A few of the other apps that are really nice, they're customized for Honeycomb, is the Market. And here you'll open it up and you'll see there's just a few apps that are designed to work better with the tablet, but those are very limited. But one of the nice things is when you do actually launch into these different things, let's go into my apps here, gives you a nice blend of what you'd see on your Android device and what you'd see in maybe Android Market on the internet, on, you know, through your laptop or PC. So then you see your various apps, but then when you select that app, again, taking advantage of this bigger screen and showing you the details about that app on this side, you can launch that in and get even more details about a given app. So that's a pretty cool feature there. I really like the music app and just how I don't have many albums in here. I don't have much album art in here to show off really, but just how you can scroll through it, a nice visual effect. When you actually select an album, you know, it takes you to the overview of the actual album, looking at the different tracks on the album. So that's all pretty cool. And you can hit that and it'll, you know, play the music. Let's see if I have the volume on. Volume's up. The speakers, really impressed with the speakers on here. I was able to play this in another room and listen to it and still hear it clearly. And of course you can rotate that just like anything else. Stereo speakers on the back, so 2 speakers on either side. Camera, flash, turn that off, it's kind of loud. They've done a good job with some of these apps. Again, the music app being one of those, the browser being another, the Gmail app being one that I absolutely love. Gives you your full Gmail inbox, but then in addition to that inbox, you're able to easily just hit one of your emails, and it gives you not only the list on the side again, but then also your email, so you can navigate through your list of emails. That's my bad. Navigate through your list of emails and then easily look at the email without leaving that list, and I like that a lot. Does that for your if you have an Exchange account, does the same thing for your Exchange account. Another one is the Books app. And the thing I'd say that's pretty nice about the Books app is that, it does a pretty decent job of, having the book and then having the nice little animations when you turn the page on the book. Not quite as fancy as some of the stuff I've seen from the iPad with some of the animation, but pretty good, pretty responsive. You see here as I move that. It does have a dual core processor, so you're going to have a Tegra 2 chip in there, so you're going to have a lot of processing power. It should be pretty snappy, really good with games. There's a lot of games headed out for these Tegra 2 devices, so it's probably going to be a pretty decent gaming platform. But definitely seeing some weird bugginess. Let's see. FIFA Soccer, I've tried this before, and it actually just completely goes nuts. I don't know what's wrong with it. I noticed Need for Speed, one of the main apps I really have wanted to play on this bigger screen, wasn't even available in the market. So it's definitely still in its early stages, early infancy. But like I said, it's shaping up to be a great device. Let's see if we can get this running here. Okay, so here's a prime example. Launching this FIFA, it's loaded up, but I'm not quite sure what happened to the grass. Luckily today there were some weird glitchy, blocky things floating around. Those seem to have gone away. But yes, it's a nice huge screen, but still a few little bugs. So as developers start to update their apps to accommodate Honeycomb, we'll see these little problems fall. Now, Verizon actually obviously offers the 3G/4G version of this. Part of the reason I was waiting for the Wi-Fi and why the Wi-Fi makes much more sense to me is because I already have an Evo and I already pay for internet on my Evo, and the Evo has the ability to, as most Android phones do, have the ability to be a Wi-Fi hotspot or be a modem. And it might be locked. There are a number of different ways to get it, whether by going through it, paying for it, or rooting your phone. But launching the wireless modem functionality on your phone and then just picking it up right here on the Xoom, I feel like, most of the time I'm in Wi-Fi coverage, whether I'm at school, home, or a friend's house, everybody pretty much has Wi-Fi. So I'm either going to use their Wi-Fi, and then the rare times in between, if I'm at an airport, if I'm in the car, whatever, and I need to use internet, I'll simply just switch over to my phone's internet and utilize my phone's connection. So right now, using the phone connection, I was even telling the people, showing this to the people at Verizon on their tablet using my phone's internet, and showing them, there's really no reason why I'm going to pay an additional fee for your 3G and 4G. There you go, just going off my phone's internet there. And it may be freezing a little bit. I'm down in my basement, not the best reception down here. But the point again is the fact that you can actually just use your phone's internet service. If you are paying for that feature, or if you've enabled that feature, you can use that right on your tablet. So, for me, whenever I'm on the go, I'm going to have my phone with me. I'll just fire up the wireless internet on there, and we're good to go. All right, one last thing I like to show off is one of the emulators on here. I've talked about this in some of my other videos for my Evo, but just utilizing any of the free emulators in the app market. You could run Sega Genesis, Super Nintendo, all these different systems right on your Xoom or on your phone. And using this bigger screen, and one of the nice apps, I'm using Wiimote Wiimote controller. They have a couple different ones that let you use your Wiimote or your Wii controller as an actual controller for the games, and I'm actually going to use it with the classic controller. So I've got this all loaded up and set up already. Hopefully this won't give me any problems here. Let's go ahead, launch a little Sonic. So this is definitely one of the things I'm excited about in having an Android tablet is, you know, using these emulators on a much bigger screen. I could have swore I was on Zone 2. Sorry for the intro, thought I was on Zone 2 already. But, you know, really nice being able to use this much larger screen using the Wii remote. My understanding is it can support up to 4 different ones, so maybe playing some multiplayer games. I'm definitely looking forward to playing some Streets of Rage 2, Golden Axe, all those old classics with 2 players. But here you can see oh, he gets me every time. But letting you really get more out of your emulator on here. I mean, if you're anything like me, the classic games, being able to have a Sega Genesis, Super Nintendo, Nintendo Entertainment System, Game Boy, like basically every system right here at your fingertips, and then have a real controller to play them with, is almost worth it in and of itself for having the tablet. So really letting you play the games, you know, the way they were meant to be played right here on your tablet. And this Tegra 2 processor doing a great job handling this. No problems, no skipping, you know, just like the original system. So that's kind of ridiculous. I think they both be dead, but whatever. So there you go. There's that. So definitely one of the nice things about this tablet. So, you know, with that being said, you know, thanks for tuning in. Definitely appreciate you guys checking out the video. You know, I'm going to try to play with this a little bit more. And if I get anything else new to show you guys, I'll definitely make another video. Please check out my blog, brownhandstech.blogspot.com. The address will be right at the bottom of the video. Check it out. Leave me some comments. Leave me some reviews. Definitely appreciate you guys checking me out.